Hello guys and welcome to Laravel 7 tutorials. So guys, in the previous video we successfully implemented the contact message functionality right here. So in any case, if any unknown user wants to contact us, he or she can simply fill out this form right here and send it. And then we implemented the fetch functionality or view functionality inside the admin dashboard. So admin can view all the contact related message and he can simply respond to it by using this email right here, copy, paste, and that's it. So guys, in this specific video we are going to implement the view functionality. I know we can view our messages, contact related messages right here as well, but we are going to do something else. Like on this anchor click, we are going to open a modal and show this similar data right here. It would be great. It looks at least it looks better, okay, because it's just a table, guys. Okay, so we need that functionality. Also, we are going to implement the delete functionality, which is quite simple. Whenever we are going to click on this delete anchor, we should be able to delete a specific record. Okay, so this was the task I assigned you in the previous video. I just hope that you guys have tried it at least once. It doesn't really matter if you succeed or not, but the main point is you should have tried it at least once, because it is going to make you a good programmer. Okay, so yeah, practice makes man perfect. So yeah, let's move, and I'm going to start with the view functionality. So let's start. Let's jump to our Sublime, and I'm going to open public partials message.js. First of all, I'm going to remove unnecessary code from right here, which is create tag. In this case, we don't want to create any specific message. I'm going to leave this edit functionality because we need that. But I will remove this update functionality from right here. We copied this specific code from the tag.js, so that's why we are seeing the delete tag, etc. Okay, so yeah, we also need the delete functionality, so I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to remove all these small methods because I don't need that. Okay, now let's move to top, and first of all let's change this class from edit tag to view message, because this time I need to view the message. Okay, so it should make sense. So that's why I have changed the class right here. Let's copy this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for a click event on this view message. Okay, so whenever we are going to click on these anchor, we are going to get the ID of that specific record and save it in this ID right here. Okay, then we are passing an AJAX request, and for that we need to create a route as well. But first let's create a URL. So get message, and ID is coming from right here. Okay, whenever we are going to click the anchor, we are going to get the ID, and we are passing that with the URL. Okay, let's move forward, and right here everything looks fine. We need to make some changes right here, but yeah, except that everything looks fine. So let's change this comment from get specific, let's say contact or contact MSG. Sorry, spelling mistake, MSG. Okay, short form, and S capital. Okay guys, now let's create this route. So for that I will move to web.php. Just right here, let's move to bottom where we were handling the contact message related route. So let's create a route get, and this time get message, and we are expecting an ID. So yeah, and once again I'm going to handle it inside the backend controller get message. Guys, if you want to, you can create a specific controller for this contact message. Okay, but in my case I usually make a specific controller for an important functionality, for example like tags, categories, blogs in this case. Okay, and these are the routes that let's say we are making some manipulation from the existing record, and we are creating something new. So every time I'm making a project, I use, for these kind of things, I usually use backend controller and front end controller. Okay, so it's just in case if you want to create a new controller, you can. It's totally up to you. So let's move to backend controller, and I'm going to create a route. Sorry, not route but method. Return specific contact message with the short form public function get $message, we are expecting an ID, so $ID, just like that. And now we can simply do DD first to check if we are successfully hitting our method or not. So let's do a refresh. Let's open inspect tool, network, click. Okay, so yeah, it's working perfectly fine. Let's move forward. Let's find a record. $message is equals to message find or fail, and with the help of ID, sorry, $ID. Okay, once we have our message, I'm going to put a check right here. If $message, what you need to do is simply return $message. Okay, also, and sorry, we are going to put an else condition right here, something like return an error, return response, just like we are doing up till right now. JSON error, this would be the key and this would be the message. So let's say message not found. Okay, and code would be 404. So key, value and code. So yeah, it should work perfectly fine. Let's do a refresh. Okay, so I think I made a mistake somewhere. Let me see. Yeah, right here, semicolon. Let's do a refresh and let's click on this anchor. Okay, so yeah, we are successfully getting our data right here. So it's working fine. Now what we need to do is we need to make some changes to display all these data into the modal. So for that, let's move to modal, message modal, just like this one. Okay, so I'm going to get the IDs, name, email, message. Okay, so we can simply use that to display a record. So name, I want to display this name which is inside this data variable, just in case if you are confused. Once we get a record right here, from right here we are returning return message, we are getting everything in this data. Okay, and with the help of this data or this variable, we can get the columns from the database. In this case, let's say if I want to see the name, let's say this one, name, I can simply use data.name. Okay, so in this case, I'm not only getting the data from the database, but I'm placing it into the input value right here, which is with the help of ID. Okay, so yeah, it makes sense. We have done this multiple times, so yeah, it should make sense. Okay, and we have discussed this in great detail. Okay, so now I want in the input field that have an ID of email, I want to display email. Sorry for that. Yeah, and I need one more, which is text area, and that is for the message, and let's move here, message, just like that. And in this case, I want to, once I have placed my data into the input fields and the text area, I can simply open my modal using the ID. Okay, and just paste it right here. That's it. Okay, let's do a refresh. Let's click on this view. Okay, so we are successfully getting our data inside the modal. So it's working fine, guys. Now what we need to do is we need to make these field read only. So because let's say if I want to type something here, I can. So I don't want that in my case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put read only. Copy, paste it right here and here as well. Okay, let's do a refresh, click, and now these fields are unavailable or read only. Now I want to let's say show you some extra features related to modal. If you want to, you can implement that as well. So let's move to Bootstrap Model. I'm going to get the first link, which is right here. Okay, so first of all, we can center align our modal right here. If you see it, it's on the top of our web page, so we can center align it as well with the help of class, which is right here. you can simply use sorry, not this one, but vertically centered, yeah, this one. So we can copy this class name, okay, and place it right here with the modal dialog. That's it. Let's do a refresh. Not here, sorry, right here. Let's click on this. Okay, so now our modal is centered. One more thing, let's say if you want to open a large modal, you can simply use the class which is modal LG. Okay, so in this case I'm going to copy modal LG and paste it right here. Let's do a refresh. Okay, so now you can see a large modal right here, and now if you want to implement these changes on the rest of the CMS like categories, tags, it's totally up to you. I'm not going to do that. It's just for you because my main like focus is to implement the functionality, okay, and not the look and feel. But if you want to, you can change the look and feel of your website. Okay guys, let's move forward. One more thing I would like to add is I need to change this icon because this is related to edit. So we can put this view icon. So let's access resources, views, backend, layout, sidebar, and let's copy this one. Let's copy this and let's paste it in our JS file, and it should go right here in place of this pencil icon, just like that. Let's do a refresh. Okay guys, so now it looks way better. Open, we are not able to edit it, that's it. And let's say if you want to copy email, copy and paste it right, just like that. Okay, so it's working perfectly fine. Okay guys, now one last thing I would like to add is we can also increase the rows of this text area. Okay, and I have noticed I need to change the label right here, so let's do that as well. Sorry for that guys. Message. Okay, and if you want to increase the rows of this text area, we can simply do that. Rows, let's say 5, and let's do a refresh. Okay, so now we have successfully increased the rows of this message text area, so it's working fine. Now I did this because let's say if in any case you get a huge amount of text in the messages, for example, let's create one. So once again I'm going to use test record, and for that I want to use Lorem Ipsum. They are not paying me, okay guys, it's just my like go-to website, Lorem Ipsum. Okay, it's not like I'm promoting them. It's just I'm using them again and again. Okay, so send. So thanks for contacting us and our message. Let's do a refresh. Okay, so now we have a huge amount of data in this message. View, and you need to scroll. That's it. That's why I wanted to have a large modal right here. Okay, one more thing, we can customize the width of a specific column. It's really simple. We have already discussed that. Let me show you with the proof, that is inside blocks.js. If in any case you want to assign a custom width to a specific column, you can simply do that with the help of width, percentage, and the targeted column name. Okay, sorry, number, not name. So let's put it right here. And in this case I want 50% width to be assigned to 0, 1, 2, 3 to the message field. So its ID is 3 because here the counting starts from 0, once again with the data table. Okay, so yeah, now it looks way better, and if you want to shrink it or assign the width to these columns as well, you can simply do that. So that's it from the view functionality, and it's working perfectly fine as you can see. And if let's say if in any case you see any sort of error, you can just tell me and we will go through the error together. Okay guys, so one last thing I would like to check is I'm going to assign some, or I'm just going to manipulate this ID to something else, and let's test this now. View, so not found, sorry, we were unable to find this record. So it's working perfectly fine. Now we can successfully move to our delete functionality. So let's move to Sublime, message.js, and this time I want to replace this with delete message. So the class is now delete message. We need to look for the delete message class click event right here. So delete specific contact message with the short form. Okay, let's proceed. Everything looks fine. Yeah, and just we need to change this route, delete msg. Okay, and we should get the ID. Yes, everything looks fine. So message deleted successfully and everything looks fine. Now what we need to do is we need to create a route, as simple as that. So for that we can simply copy this, copy, paste, and let's make our changes, which is delete message. Let's copy this because I'm going to create a method with the same name. Delete message, yeah, and everything looks fine. Backend controller, I'm going to copy the same method because there is no difference except one. Okay, we just need to delete it. Okay guys, so delete, let's change the comment, delete specific contact message, get the message. In this case the method name would be delete message. Okay, with the expecting an ID. So message find or fail. Once you have the message, what you need to do is $message delete, just like that, and return success, just like that. And if in any case we have an error, we are going to return JSON error. So yeah, that's it. Let's try it out. That's why I was discussing the view functionality in great detail. We saw the modal again and again because these functionality like edit and delete are similar to each other. Okay, so now let's test this out. So first of all, I need to get these records in descending order because we need to send the latest message first. So for that I will move to message.js and I'm going to order it by with the help of 0 column, which is the ID, and I need the descending order. Just like this. Refresh. So yeah, 4 3 2 1, it's working fine. Now let's delete. Are you sure you want to delete? Yes. Success, message deleted successfully, and you can see it's not right here as well because we are reloading our table as well whenever we delete a record right here. See? Okay, so it makes sense. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this first record. Okay, success, message deleted successfully. If you want to try refresh, you can, because it's not there, so we won't be able to see it. Okay, now I need to test the manipulation, and for that I will click just right here and let's say 23 or something like that. Now let's click delete. Okay, sorry, we were unable to find this record, so it's working perfectly fine. And that's it from the contact message functionality. We are able to view our message, we are able to delete our message, we can view our message or read our messages right here as well, and now we are able to send our messages from right here as well. So it's completely fine. In the next video guys, we are going to implement the filter functionality, and we are going to start with the help of categories. We are going to restrict these blogs to column. We are going to get something right here. We are let's say if in any case I want to see all the blogs that are related to any specific category, I just need to click that link or that a specific anchor, and we will be able to see all the records or all the blogs that are related to that specific category. And after this filter functionality, we are going to implement the search. So yeah, be ready guys, because we have many things to do, and you are going to love it. So that's it from this video guys, and I hope you guys like this video. If you liked it, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you, take care, and yes guys, be ready. Okay, take care.